The thundercloud was thick as it covered the sky. The repeated sounds of thunder caused quite a number of people feel their ears go numb. Today, they had witnessed the most pill lightnings they would ever see in their life. Moreover, the thing that really rendered others speechless was that such a spectacular pill lightning was unable to deal with a small puppet, causing them to feel some doubt over the might of this pill lightning. Of course, this kind of doubt swiftly disappeared upon seeing the dark black space splitting open around on the Earth demon puppet. The pill lightning that had formed was undoubtedly a terrifying thing. The raining thunderbolts continued for nearly half an hour. After this half an hour, the bright bolt of lightning in the sky fiercely destroyed everything around them. Of course, the eyes and ears of those present had also been devastated. After half an hour of the pill lightning's baptism, the originally bright silver body of the Earth demon puppet had half transformed into a glittering golden color. Bang bang! The pill lightning continued its destruction even though it felt unsatisfied. Eventually, it involuntarily let go of this bone that was difficult to chew. The energy that fluctuated within the cloud layer slowly paled, after which the thick thundercloud slowly scattered in front of the countless number of gazes below. When this frightening pill lightning finally withdrew, Xiao Yan watched as the remaining piece of palm-sized silver on the Earth demon puppet's body suddenly changed to a golden color. While the Earth demon puppets changed into this golden color, Xiao Yan could vaguely sense the interior of the Earth demon puppet undergo a monstrous transformation. Following the scattering of the thundercloud, the golden-colored Earth demon puppet also leaped to its feet, after which, space distorted, and a "chi" sound appeared in front of Xiao Yan. After which, the puppet stood at his side like the most loyal guard. Is it finally about to succeed? Xiao Yan's eyes were heated as he stared at the Earth demon puppet in front of him. His hand gently pressed down on its golden-colored skin. Strangely, not even the slightest feeling of hardness remained. Instead, it appeared even softer. Xiao Yan raised his eyebrows upon sensing this change. He flicked his finger, and a jade-green flame agglomerated into the shape of a dagger on the tip of his finger. After which, it viciously cut across the Earth demon puppet's golden-colored skin. When the flame transformed into a dagger, Xiao Yan was stunned to discover a faint white scar form on its skin. Moreover, this white scar automatically disappeared. What a terrifying defense! Xiao Yan involuntarily inhaled a breath of cool air when he saw this. His eyes were fiery hot as he stared at the Earth demon puppet. However, calling it the Sky demon puppet would likely be more suitable now. After so many years of grooming, this puppet Xiao Yan had built had finally evolved to the highest level. With the Sky demon puppet, Xiao Yan would own another life-preserving trump card. Xiao Yan's gently smiled as his finger patted the arm of the Sky demon puppet. He smiled. The returns of this pill gathering were far beyond his expectations. When the thick thundercloud in the sky disappeared, a warm light once again scattered down. It covered the stadium that had been devastated by the pill lightning. This temperature caused quite a number of people to feel an unusual born-again feeling. After enjoying being bathed in the sunlight for a moment, the heads of everyone in the stadium suddenly swung to the tall stage where Xin Kongzi's group was located. Currently, the pill gathering was coming to a close. Next would be the time to announce the final winner. Xin Kongzi on the tall stage smiled at the entire stadium. Immediately, he took a step forward. His eyes slowly swept over the sky before pausing on a skinny figure. The old me shall not say any unnecessary words at this moment. The pill lightning has scattered. All the competitors, please take out the medicinal pills that you have refined. The 10+ people still remaining on the stone platform hesitated for a moment upon hearing Xin Kongzi's voice. Numerous round and shiny medicinal pills slowly flew from their hands. They floated in front of them. The medicinal fragrances lingering in the plaza had become much denser when these medicinal pills appeared. Innumerable gazes looked over. 9 night pearl existences were present amid the floating medicinal pills. Although they were of good quality and were sought after Tier 7 high-grade medicinal pills, they were not eye-catching. This was because above these 9 Tier 7 medicinal pills were 5 medicinal pills with faint spiritual fogs encircling them. Although the outer appearance of a Tier 7 pill and a Tier 8 pill were similar, Even someone who knew nothing about pill refinement would be able to tell the difference between the two. This difference was the difference in spirituality. The energy of a Tier 7 medicinal pill was extremely dense. However, it was a dead pill. On the other hand, a Tier 8 medicinal pill possessed its own spirituality. Only this kind of medicinal pill could be called a living pill or a spiritual pill. The 5 Tier 8 medicinal pills had just appeared when tried to increase the distance between each other. Xiao Yan's and Dan Shen's medicinal pills were the ones with the weakest spirituality among these 5 medicinal pills. A faint spiritual fog lingered around their medicinal pills, and the fog vaguely agglomerated into a fox and rabbit image. A Tier 8 medicinal pill already possessed some spirituality. This statement was true from the looks of it, since the pill was able to form a shape. Countless numbers of curious gazes looked at the 5 Tier 8 medicinal pills in the air. This strange scene was witnessed by quite a number of people for the first time. Tier 8 medicinal pills were indeed extraordinary. Not far beside the medicinal pills of Xiao Yan and Dan Shen were 3 comparatively larger medicinal pills. Among them, the medicinal pill of Old Demon Qinghua had formed a bear shape. However, it did not possess any fighting thoughts. It merely guarded its territory because it knew it would not be able to deal with those other 2 fierce existences. While being surrounded by the 4 other Tier 8 medicinal pills, the medicinal pill of Old Mu Gu, which had stirred a 4-colored pill lightning, was filled with spiritual aura. It had formed a ferocious tiger shape that was repeatedly roaring at Xiao Yan's bone-growing blood-fusing pill. It appeared to be extremely dissatisfied that the other party had snatched the prestige that ought to belong to it. Chi. Before the tiger roar could sound, a dense spiritual aura swiftly appeared around the bone-growing blood-fusing pill. Immediately, it transformed into a small half-a-meter dragon. It swung its tail and violently slammed it against the tiger-formed medicinal pill of Old Mu Gu. Old Mu Gu's pill was beaten until it let out a miserable whimper, after which it dejectedly flew some distance away. After having undergone the baptism of the 5-colored pill lightning, the bone-growing blood-fusing pill was not something this grade 4 medicinal pill could deal with. Following the forms of these medicinal pills, numerous light suddenly surged out of them. They were ranked like a golden pagoda. At the top of the golden pagoda was a small dragon that was filled with spirituality. It let out a long roar at the sky. Its bright light was just like a sun had exploded. At this moment, everyone could clearly sense just what kind of pure, terrifying energy was contained in the interior of this small medicinal pill. From the tall stage, Xin Kongzi looked at the unresisting medicinal pills that had been suppressed by the bone-growing blood-fusing pill. He involuntarily smiled. Immediately, he cried out in a loud voice, "Spirituality is honored in medicinal pills." Currently, the most honored medicinal pill of this pill gathering has been born. Its owner is the final champion of this pill gathering. The champion is Xiao Yan. Upon hearing Xin Kongzi's short and powerful words, countless numbers of gazes immediately turned to the stone stage in a uniform manner. A moment later, a deafening cheer reverberated across the sky in an earth-shaking manner. They had witnessed the occurrence of a miracle, as well as the great pride in turning things around with one's own strength. This pride caused the hearts of a countless number of people turned chaotic. Their blood boiled as a result. Xiao Yan overlooked the boiling stadium from the stone platform above. He involuntarily smiled. Immediately, his eyes looked to the sky while he softly muttered in his heart, "Teacher, this disciple did not cause you to lose face." Xiao Ying and the rest revealed envious expressions in their eyes as they looked at Xiao Yan, who is the center of attention for tens of thousands of people. At this moment, he was undoubtedly the most dazzling person on stage, the champion of the pill gathering. This qualification was the representation of a peak expert because all pill gathering champions from previous generations eventually became top existences. This point was enough to cause the people around to understand just what kind of shocking potential this skinny, young man possessed. Song Qing's expression was complicated as he stared at Xiao Yan. His eyes were jealous, but still displayed a great amount of helplessness. Xiao Yan's performance this time around had caused a defeated feeling to appear in his heart. He didn't even possess the thought of catching up to Xiao Yan. Bastard! The most furious person was naturally old Mugu. The champion position that he was about to obtain had suddenly disappeared. Moreover, he had been ridiculed by Xiao Yan. How could this not cause this alchemist guru, who possessed quite a great reputation in the Central Plains, to be furious? Although he was furious, he was unable to do anything at this moment. He could only watch as the ultimate glory of being the champion steadily landed on Xiao Yan's shoulders. "Brat, you should not be happy. The old me swears that I will deal with you personally." Old Mugu's eyes were a little red. His words were accurately transmitted to Xiao Yan's ears through the use of Do Qi. Xiao Yan faintly smiled upon hearing his threat. He glanced at the sky demon puppet beside him, and a dense chill flashed across his eyes. His heart was already filled with a killing intent for old Mugu that was difficult to resolve. Once the matter of the 3,000 burning flame was over, he would definitely let this old fellow know just who would deal with who. Currently, the Earth Demon puppet had evolved into the Sky Demon puppet. Adding this to the Little Fairy Doctor and Tianhua Zunjia, there were 3 elite Dozuns beside him. It would not be difficult to finish old Mugu off with this kind of frightening lineup. This soul-stirring, boiling applause continued for nearly a dozen minutes before it slowly faded away. "Xiao Yan, you have already become the champion of the pill gathering. In the future, you will also become a potential candidate for the 3 great heads of the pill tower." Xin Kongzi smiled and looked at Xiao Yan on the stone platform as he slowly spoke. Countless numbers of envious and jealous eyes shot toward Xiao Yan when these words from Xin Kongzi sounded. A potential successor for the future 3 great heads of the pill tower. This title meant that Xiao Yan had the potential to become a great head of the pill tower in the future. This position really stood at the peak of the Doqi continent. Everyone present was clearly aware of just what kind of authority the great heads of the pill tower had. They were the spiritual leaders in the hearts of a countless number of alchemists around the continent. The pill tower had never really gone to war with anyone. However, no one on the continent doubted the terrifying strength that this ancient faction possessed. Xiao Yan slightly nodded in front of those envious gazes. Regardless of whether or not he would truly become a great head of the pill tower in the future, there was, at the very least, no need to reject the title. Like I said earlier, you will obtain a scroll containing a soul training method from ancient times as the champion. Xin Kongzi waved his hand. An ancient, goatskin scroll appeared in it, after which his palm was pushed forward. This ancient scroll rushed to Xiao Yan at a lightning-like speed under a mixture of light. A joyous expression flashed across Xiao Yan's face upon hearing his words. He had advanced to the 8th tier. If he wanted to climb higher, he would need a soul training method. The word formula that he had obtained from the spirit nourishment powder was too short, even though it would occasionally be useful. However, it was impossible for it to help him advance again. Therefore, this so-called soul training method from ancient times was too important to him. Xiao Yan curled his hand and accurately grabbed the cluster of light. The glow disappeared and revealed an ancient, goatskin scroll. There was a unique feeling surging within his heart when his hand made contact with the goatskin. It is indeed a good thing. Xiao Yan quietly praised in his heart when he sensed this strange feeling. He immediately laughed. With this thing, he would be able to swiftly stabilize his soul. Although Xiao Yan was quite curious about this soul training method, this moment was not the time to look at it. He flipped his hand and stored it into his storage ring in front of the many fiery hot eyes. After which, he turned to Xin Kongzi and cupped his hands together in thanks. Xin Kongzi smiled as he looked at the satisfied expression on Xiao Yan's face. Only when the applause that resounded over the sky slowly reduced did he say, "The champion has appeared. The Star Realm will open in 2 days. At that time, the top 10 of this pill gathering will have the opportunity to enter it and subdue the 3,000 burning flame." Xin Kongzi's words had just sounded when Xiao Yan, who had calmed down a little, felt an uncontrollable surge of excitement. The reason he had put in so much effort was for the 3,000 burning flames. Soon, this legendary, undying flame could finally be captured. Of course, not only Xiao Yan was excited at this moment, the eyes of the others, including old Mugu, also became hot almost instantly. Clearly, the 3,000 burning flame was an attractive thing to them. Upon seeing the excited expressions on the faces of these people, everyone knew that the grand pill gathering had reached its end. However, the competitions had yet to end. The target of this struggle this time around was not to be the champion of the pill gathering. Instead, it was for the legendary, undying flame, the 3,000 burning flame. Just who would be able to get their hands on such a unique object? This question caused the hearts of those present to fill with anticipation and curiosity.